fast boys and fast cars. The skiing superstars Felix Neureuter from Germany, Marcel Hirscher from Austria and Norwegian Axel Lund Svindal have swept the slopes for the racetrack. At the start of August, they will be competing in Spielberg as guest drivers during the third weekend of racing in the Audi Sport TT Cup series. Preparations are momentarily in full flow. The aspiring racing drivers are getting their first taste of driving racing cars whilst practicing around the Audi driving experience track in Neuburg an der Donau. You sit incredibly low down and basically see relatively little through the windows so that you really do see the top of the bend. But it's brilliant and amazing fun, mega good. It was a bit more difficult than I thought, but I did actually think from the outset that it was going to be difficult to drive really fast, but it's almost tougher getting to the finish line safely. The most surprising thing was just how hot it is in the car. It feels like 50 degrees, like going to a sauna. There isn't much of a difference. The world's top skier Marcel Hirscher won the overall World Cup in the last 4 years. Felix Neureuter is always hot on his heels when it comes to the Slalom World Cup. Axel Lund Svindal is the king of the speed discipline, Super G Olympic champion, 2-time overall World Cup winner and a motorsports enthusiast. It's quite daunting to drive so many laps flat out and not make any mistakes. It's going to be difficult. It really is more or less a childhood dream of mine that's being fulfilled. I don't know how long I've been talking of taking part in a car race. Together with 18 pilots from 13 nations and a few guest drivers, the 3 skiing stars will be taken to the track at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg in Austria on 1st and 2nd August. Racing the professional racing drivers, Hirscher, Neureuter and as well Svindal, are only outsiders. Yeah, okay, Marcel has obviously got a home advantage. He's already driven around Spielberg a few times. We'll see what happens, but I certainly won't be ducking the challenge. But it will be the same for Marcel and for Axel too. I get the feeling that Felix and I are much more of muchness. Hopefully it will be close, as when there's little in it, then it will be exciting for us and cool for the spectators. There's nothing really riding on it. I can say that to myself now, but I know full well that when we get going we won't be given an inch. Yeah, I hope we don't bump each other off the track. But if that's the way it has to be, then okay, so be it. No, only a joke. We'll all be looking out for another, but it's a cool number being able to compete against familiar faces in a different competition. Before the skiing stars, aristocrats and rallycross pilots went through the grid as guest drivers at the previous races in Hockenheim and around Norrisring in Nürnberg. The 3 highly successful winter sportsmen will be wanting to put on at least an equally good performance.